Hi guys, back with chapter 6. So we are getting very close to the very end of our second Stanley book. So this chapter is called Dr. Livingstone Follows. Let's see what happens. As night fell, Mr. Lamchop admitted that he could paddle no more. Stanley was too heavy. Their journey downriver was supposed to take only a few hours, but as far as Stanley could tell, they were still a long way from their destination. As strange birds chirped and mysterious splashes occasionally erupted in the darkness around them, Stanley huddled in the bottom of the boat with Arthur. Their father squeezed in beside them. Exhausted, the Lambchop men fell asleep in a heap of their canoe adrift. The African river had defeated them. Hello! Stanley was awakened by a voice. It was a man standing on the shore wearing high boots, khaki pants, and a brown shirt. He had a British accent. You there? Are you all right? Oh, thank goodness, Mr. Lambchop said under his breath. Stanley sunk his arms into the water at the back of the canoe and flicked his wrists up and down. The boat made its way slowly down the shore. We are looking for an archaeological site, called Mr. Lambchop. Can you help us? The man shaded his eyes. He walked several steps into the water and jumped back. I say, does that boy have a flat head? He cried as he lifted the canoe ashore. Hello, said Stanley, drying his hands on his pants. I'm Stanley. The man's eyes bulged. Without another word, he turned and ran back into the jungle. Hey, cried Arthur, come back. Perhaps he's going to get us a towel, said Mr. Lambchop. Stanley, Arthur, and Mr. Lambchop followed a well-worn path away from the water. Soon they came to a clearing dotted with canvas tents. So there's the man that they ran into. Out of the largest tent charged a very large man with very large white mustache. Behind him shuffled the man from the shore who appeared to be his assistant. The large man stopped short at the sight of Stanley. He held up his hand, and his assistant walked right into him with a slap. I'll handle this, the man said with the mustache. Several people emerged from the tents, including a woman clutching a camera. They gathered around curiously. The man marched up to Stanley. Without a word of greeting, he pulled out a ruler and measured the thickness of Stanley's head. Then he carefully rapped him on the crown in 4 different spots, appearing to listen carefully each time. He gestured gruffly for Stanley to open his mouth. He peered inside. Finally, he tugged Stanley's ears. Ouch, said Stanley. The man grumbled. He turned to his audience. I hereby pronounce this scoundrel a fraud. The woman with a camera snapped a picture. There he is, measuring Stanley. I beg your pardon, said Stanley's father. Don't be fooled, the man said. This boy is not a genuine, living, black human. I am too, protested Stanley. He totally is, agreed Arthur. You should see him rolled up. Mr. Lambchop was red. What do you think you are? The man asked sharply. I, sir, and Dr. Livingstone follows, the world's greatest ologist. What's an ologist? Said Arthur. It's everything, the man answered proudly. Anthropologist, paleontologist, archaeologist, etc. Well, said Mr. Lambchop, my sons and I have traveled all the way from the United States of America in order to see a flat skull that has been discovered by real scientists in this area. And I think we'd prefer not to spend another moment with a fraud like you. The man huffed with indignity. He pointed an enormous finger in Mr. Lambchop's face and said, You wouldn't see that skull. You wouldn't say that if you saw the skull. The crowd around them murmured. Stanley's heart skipped a beat. You mean it's here? He said. The flat skull is here? They had made it at last. Please, Dr. Follows, sir. Stanley's voice was shaking. May I see the skull? And chapter 7 is called The Flat Skull. I'll have to wait till Monday to see if Flat Stanley sees the skull. Have a good weekend, guys.